Achilles, from birth to death, a legendary journey. In an age of gods and mortals, a prophecy was spoken. A child would be born who could outshine all warriors, yet his fate was sealed in tragedy. His name was Achilles. His mother, the sea goddess Thetis, sought to protect him. She dipped him into the river Styx, making his body impervious to harm except for the heel by which she held him. A single weakness, a whisper of mortality. The child was raised not in a palace, but in the world. Under the wise centaur Chiron, Achilles learned the art of war. He ran faster than the wind. His spear struck like lightning, and his heart burned with an unquenchable fire. But the gods wove a path he could not escape. War had come to Troy, and the Greeks called upon their greatest warrior. Achilles, now a man, stepped into destiny's embrace. Legends say he was unstoppable. His sword carved through enemies like a god of war. The Trojans feared his name, for none could match his wrath. But even the fiercest warrior is not without love. Patroclus, his closest companion, his brother in arms, was the only one who could calm the storm in Achilles' soul. Yet fate is cruel. When Patroclus fell to the blade of Hector, prince of Troy, Achilles' grief turned to fury. His sorrow became vengeance. The gods themselves took notice. Hephaestus, the divine smith, forged him armor gleaming like the sun. It was said no man could withstand him now. The gates of Troy trembled as Achilles faced Hector. Steel clashed, the earth shook. But the outcome was never in doubt. With one fatal thrust, Achilles avenged Patroclus. But vengeance had a price. Achilles, blinded by rage, desecrated Hector's body, dragging it behind his chariot. The gods took note, and so did fate. From the shadows, Paris, prince of Troy, took his shot. An arrow, guided by Apollo's will, struck Achilles in his only weakness's heel. The mighty warrior, who had defied death itself, fell. With his final breath, Achilles did not rage. He did not curse the gods. He simply smiled, for he had lived as no man before him had. He had become legend. But legends never die. The name of Achilles would echo through time, sung by poets, feared by kings, and remembered as the greatest warrior the world had ever known.